All right, apparently we're back. I don't know what happened, folks. We just got knocked off the internet, and I had to start everything all over again, so we do apologize, and everybody's going to have to log back on now. Collinsville up 17-13 as we approach the final seconds left to play here in this first quarter, and Wilkinson just drained a two-pointer. Lincoln trying to work it back up. They'll take a three-point shot at the buzzer, and that was real close.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, sure was. All right, and that's the end of one quarter of play, and we will go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back with second quarter action. We do apologize. Those things happen sometime. Unfortunately, it had to happen during the Collinsville game, but we'll be back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the K-Hawk Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
All right, once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. See, that's why I always keep the game on my phone, and I looked down on my phone and I saw the spinny wheel, and then I looked down at the computer and it was off.
Yeah, well, my daughter Kendall sent us a text to let us know as well.
So did J.C. Hendry from First National Bank of Waterloo.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure if everybody had my phone number, it would have been flooded.
Right.
19-13 after one quarter of play, and that one's thrown away, and Collinsville will get the ball back. K-Hawks are up by 6, 7:46 left to play here in quarter number 2. We do apologize. Those things happen without warning sometimes.
Yeah, the good old, you know what they say, technology's great when it works. It's not so great when it doesn't work. But
yeah.
I'm glad we're back in action.
Yeah, probably just had about 500 people lose their minds. Here's Weisinger over to Wilkinson. No look past Horace, and Nick Horace pulls one out from about 11 feet away, and that's what he does the best.
Oh, that's where he lives. Nicky Tony's mid-range game is on fire this whole year, really, but especially today.
Lincoln with the ball, and they throw it away again.
Another unforced turnover. That's 2 in a row where the Lincoln ball handler didn't recognize his teammate making a back cut, and so failure to anticipate caused 2 unforced turnovers in a row out of Lincoln. Very uncharacteristic.
One last thing I'll say about losing that connection, no one's more mad about it than I am.
I'm just glad it's back up. I didn't know if I was going to have to give you a beta blocker or what was going to happen.
Probably have CPR after a while. Into the far side wing it goes. 3-4 Evan Wilkinson, no good. And that swoops all the way out, and that's picked up by Lincoln. They bring it back up the other way. That is Aiden Gowan, who is into the game now. A pass over onto the wing and a backward step, and then a shot from beyond the three-point arc by Brady Miller. He was on the line. On the line. And still missed. Collinsville, they get it across the line here as Brister over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson back out front now for Weisinger. Back to Wilson. He'll launch a three from the corner. That one's good.
Mr. Wilkinson's feeling it. I mean, he's looking to shoot every time he touches the ball, and he's only missed one. So you know what I say? Feed the beast. That's
Feed
right.
the beast. Feed the monster.
Beast.
Oh, that's not the monster. The monster is in the paint.
That's right.
Back out front, we go to Hayes. Hayes puts it into the corner for Gowan. Gowan comes out of the corner, over onto the right wing, gives it back to Hayes, back in that corner, and they'll bring it back out front now here for Frank Sanders. And now Hayes. Hayes into the paint, throws it into the far side corner. That once again is Gowan. And back out front will go, and the shot clock down to 5. Here is Hayes. Hayes underneath the basket, and they throw it away again.
Woo, Wilkinson got a little tied up and lost. The Lincoln Rail Splitter, number 34, Mr. Frank Sanders, that a beautiful back cut was wide open under the bucket, and his teammate just made an errant pass. So another turnover out of Lincoln.
Collinsville with the ball again. They'll get it across the timeline, and here is Weisinger. Weisinger to Brister. Back over to Weisinger. Thought about going back into that corner to Wilkinson. Instead, they go to far side for Horace. And now Nicky Tony back out front. And, well, Collinsville taking a page out of the Lincoln playbook here.
Moving the ball well.
They are.
I love it.
Shot clock down to 10, so they're going to have to do something. How about a turnaround jump shot by Zach Chambers in the paint? That'll work.
Let's go. Move the ball around the horn. You get one-on-one coverage with Zach, which is a mismatch. Feed the monster this time, and that's good for 2 points.
26-13 in favor of Collinsville. Lincoln back with the ball. Here is Hayes. Out front now to Sanders. Sanders will kick it back out, and we're going to have a foul called against Wilkinson.
Yeah, Wilkinson just basically gave him a hug there.
Pretty much.
He wrapped his arm around him.
Yeah. Hey, man, can I see your wristband?
Right.
First team foul for Collinsville here in this second quarter.
Yeah, you know, Collinsville doing a great job of taking care of the basketball. The three-quarter court press that Lincoln's setting up had zero effect on Collinsville's offense.
Here is a dribble drive by Schilling. He'll shove it over into the corner and get it right back onto the wing. Top of the key for Hayes. He'll launch a three-point shot. That's no good. Weisinger's there with the rebound. He'll survey things, looking for someone to pass it to, but instead he'll just keep it and send it over to Brister. And Brister will come across the timeline with about 3 seconds to spare. Into the corner. And into the lane, and a nice give and go, and the go ended with a bucket by Nick Horace. Once again, 28-13 Collinsville.
Love that. Chambers gets double teamed, gives a little bunny dump. Horace goes with the left hand off the glass, good for 2. Here comes Lincoln.
There is Hayes at the free throw line. He'll take a shot. That's off the mark as well. Jamori Weisinger is having a field day down there at the rebounds. He gets another one, and he'll bring it across the logo. Bounce pass over to Horace. Back to Weisinger. Over to Brister. Brister deep out on the left wing into the corner. How about Wilkinson for 3 more? That one swoops and won't fall, though.
He gave it a run, though,
sure
didn't he?
Gave it a big run. Here is Schilling. Schilling with a one-arm pass over to Komnick. Into the corner it goes, and out of the corner it comes to Hayes. Back out to the top of the key for Schilling. Schilling dribbles with that left hand over onto the left wing. Reverses direction with the right hand dribble. Heads back right, and the top of the key, he's being watched closely by Brister. Here is Gabe Smith. Smith gets it into Hayes. Hayes dribbles in the paint, kicks it outside. Gowan for 3. That one's good.
Nice shot by Mr. Dowan from about 2 feet outside the arc, and that brings Lincoln back to within, 12 points?
12 points. 3.5 minutes to go here in a very fast-moving first half. Here is Brister. Gets it over to Weisinger, who gets it to Wilkinson. Back over to Weisinger. And then Brister gets back in on the fun as well. And Wilkinson thought about that 3. Gives it to Horace. Horace just outside the lane says, here, big guy, you take it. Off the glass. He walked.
He traveled.
Yeah.
So I thought he got away with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the referee that was standing right next to him. So there's a turnover for Collinsville. I need to stop touting them for taking care of the ball, right?
Well, you can still do that. We'll let you. Here is Keon Carson. Carson, he'll bring it up across the logo at midcourt. 3:10 left to play here in this first half. Out to Gowan, and around the horn we'll go. It'll end up back with Carson. Carson out on that left wing. Top of the key for Schilling. Schilling and Carson play catch for a while, and now Carson will dribble the ball and give it up for Smith. Smith into the paint, takes the shot, and high off the glass. That one falls in. 28-18. Collinsville with a 10-point lead. 2:45 left to play here in this first half. Into the backcourt, Weisinger gets it across the timeline to Brister. Brister over to Wilkinson, back over to Brister. And Weisinger and Wilkinson and Brister will play catch for a while. Now Chambers gets in on the fun. He'll back his way into the lane, and it goes from one side of the rim to the other side of the rim. So Collinsville scoreless in their last 2 tries down the court. So Carson and company will try to have an answer. Here is Gowan out front. Schilling, he'll launch a 3-point shot. That one's no good. And Brister pulls down the rebound this time. Collinsville brings it back up. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger over on the far side, brings it over to the near side, into the corner now for Wilkinson. Wilkinson and into Chambers, off the glass, good for 2, and Collinsville gets a couple of those back.
Beautiful look by Wilkinson. Chambers was all alone underneath the bucket. And here we are with 2 minutes left in the half. You know, we either let them back in the game or we close the door.
Yeah. Here is Hayes. Hayes at the free throw line. Stops his dribble and into the corner it goes. Now to Schilling and now to Smith and now to Gowan. Back out to the top of the key for Schilling. Over to Carson. Carson deep out on the right wing. He'll dribble and drive into the paint. Takes the outside lane, and I tell you what, that
he
kid
can play.
He throws up the ball from anywhere and it finds a way in.
It goes in.
Yeah. 10-point lead still intact for Collinsville. Wilkinson with the ball to Weisinger. Weisinger started this thing off with a big three-point shot, and now to Brister. Brister, and he gets fouled on the way up, and Tyree will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, great look from Weisinger to Brister. Brister comes to the bucket, takes hard contact, knocks him all the way down to the deck. So he'll have a chance for 2 free throws from the charity stripe.
Brister did not have a chance at the charity stripe in that win over Triad, so he'll get a crack at it here. And the first one's good.
Got the shooter's roll. Caromed it off the front of the rim. It rimmed around. Here comes Stanley Carnahan back into the match. We'll give Mr. Wilkinson a break.
If you learned anything from that Quincy O'Fallon semifinal that just ended, you've got to hit your free throws.
Oh, boy.
O'Fallon had a hard time doing that in that game.
Well, I think they ran out of gas.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think that, they couldn't
I think they spent it all versus MacArthur.
MacArthur, yeah. That was an incredibly physical game. They played well in the first half. I was talking to their athletic director. He and I grew up together, and I said, man, what do you think about energy? He said, it's going to catch up to us.
Yeah.
How can it not?
Yeah. Collinsville back up by 12. Hayes at the top of the key. Settles in over on the left wing and almost flubbed that pass to Schilling, and then a strip ball. Collinsville gets it back. They'll shin it all the way up to Weisinger. Weisinger in front of the Lincoln bench. He'll take it all the way back to midcourt. Chase Reynolds, who came into the game once again for Brister, will send it over to Carnahan. Carnahan back over to Reynolds, back to Weisinger. We're under a minute to go here in this first half. Here is Carnahan over to Reynolds.
Get it to him.
Halfway through the shot clock, and a dribble drive, free throw line shot good for Chase Reynolds. Collinsville goes up by 14.
Yes, sir. High basketball IQ play out of the senior Zach Chambers. He gets the ball. They collapse. He knows somebody's going to be open. This time it's Reynolds. Good for 2.
There is Carson. He'll get it right back to where it came from, and that would be Gowan. Into the corner it goes for Schilling. Out front for Gowan, and now for Hayes. Now over to Carson. Carson, he'll dribble and drive, trying to use Hayes as a little bit of a screen, and that shot goes over the rim, and then the return shot tried to bounce it off a Collinsville player. That didn't work out very well, and the K-Hawks get it over the line. 8 seconds left. Here comes Nick Horace. Fingertip roll, good to go. Collinsville extends the lead to 16.
Nicky Tony on the move in transition.
At the buzzer off the backboard, and that's the way that the first half comes to a close. 36-20 in favor of Collinsville. We'll take a break and pass along some stats for you here in just a moment. Halftime is here, and we'll be back in a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former K-Hawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville K-Hawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former K-Hawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stairwork inside to deckwork, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest K-Hawk games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of K-Hawk sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Diamonds for K-Hawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today. And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville, 36-20. Collinsville with a 16-point lead after one half of play over Lincoln here in semifinal number 2. Going on in the auxiliary gym, semifinal number 1 on the consolation bracket. And at halftime, Granite City leads Mundelein by a score of 27-22. Here's a look at your first half stats shooting from the field. Collinsville all over it right now. They're hot. 14 of 22 from the field, including 4 of 8 from beyond the three-point arc and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Lincoln struggling a little bit, 9 of 21 from the field, 2 of 8 from beyond the three-point stripe, and Lincoln did not go to the free throw line in that first half. Collinsville owning the rebound battle as well, out-rebounding Lincoln 13-7. Lincoln has turned the ball over 4 times. Collinsville has gotten 6 points off of those 4 turnovers. The K-Hawks have turned the ball over twice, and Lincoln has turned those 2 turnovers into 5 points on a 2-shot play and a 3-shot play. And that is a look at your first half stats. Besides the paint story, Collinsville has 14 points in the paint compared to 6 for Lincoln. All right, one more break coming your way, and then we will be back with the second half of this contest between Collinsville and Lincoln right after another timeout here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville K-Hawks and the K-Hawk Sports Network, as well as the K-Hawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville K-Hawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. 36-20, a 16-point lead for your Collinsville K-Hawks after one quarter of play. And the K-Hawks are going to get the ball back first to start this second half. And the inbound pass comes in to Chase Reynolds in the backcourt, and to the front court we go. And Reynolds gets it back from Horace. Over to Weisinger. Weisinger on the near sideline. Back out front now to Chase Reynolds. Back over to Jamori Weisinger. They'll play catch with it for a little while, and then we'll try the other side of the floor and give it to Nicky Tony into the corner. Now into the paint. Just muscling his way in the lane, and a reverse layup from almost underneath the basket for Zach Chambers. What a nice move.
That's hard to do, and he stayed with the left hand, but at any rate, he found the bottom of the twine. That's good for a bucket to open up the second half.
18-point lead now for Collinsville. Into the corner it goes for Lincoln. Here's a three-point try, and that one hits the mark off of Carson Komnick, and they got a few of those points right back off one shot.
They sure did. Lincoln goes right back with the three-quarter court trap. So far been ineffective against our K-Hawk guards, which is nice to see.
Reynolds over to Weisinger. Weisinger back to Reynolds. Into the corner for Horace once again. And Horace brings it out. And now Weisinger, they'll play a game of three-man catch over there around the perimeter. And then meanwhile, we'll go back into the paint. And how about that? You got 14 points in the paint in the first half, and now you're up to 18 after back-to-back points in the paint there by Zach Chambers. And just like that, Neil Alexander, he wants to call another timeout and talk about things just after the first half came to a close. So we'll step aside for a moment just as well, and we'll be back here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. 1 minute and 15 seconds after having a 8-minute conversation in the locker room, Coach Alexander has to call a timeout and talk about things some more here. Try to figure out what to do here against Collinsville. 40-23. K-Hawks enjoy the advantage. Into the corner it goes to Komnick again. He'll kick it back out for Schilling. All the way out front now for Carson. Carson, he'll dribble his way across the free throw line and give it up to Komnick. Komnick in the paint, has that blocked away by Zach Chambers before it could even make it halfway to the basket. And here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds throws it into the corner. Weisinger for three. Yes, nothing but net on that one.
Senior number 5, Jamori Weisinger in fuego here at Virgil Fletcher all day, and it's continued into this evening.
20-point lead now for the K-Hawks. There's a three-point try on the other end by Schilling. No good. Reynolds goes sky high to get that one. Gives it all the way down for Horace. He battles his way in for a couple of more points.
Man, nice transition. Heads-up play by Chase Reynolds. He comes down with a tough rebound, gets the ball up the floor, up to Nicky Tony. Good for 2. Collinsville up 45-23.
Carson gets it over and now into the corner for Komnick. Back out to Carson on the left wing. Top of the key for Schilling, around for Hayes, and then over for Sanders. Frank Sanders. Well, you don't hear the name Frank very often, do you?
No, especially not for a high school kid.
Yeah. I had an uncle, Frank. I always liked that name. Called him Frank the Tank.
I have a friend, Ralph, and I called him Frank for about 6 months because I thought that was his name, and my wife finally said, "Who are you talking to?" And I said, "That guy, Frank." She said, "His name's Ralph." I said, "Well, it's the same thing."
Yeah, pretty much,
But to this day, 15 years later, everybody still calls him Frank.
Yeah.
His kids even call him Frank.
One syllable each, man.
Yeah.
Frank, Ralph.
How about that?
Yeah. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger over at the end of his bench. Almost had that ball knocked away, and Jamori does a nice job keeping a handle on it. And Carnahan going to get on the scoring. How about that?
Yes, sir. Stanley Carnahan, the big junior from the elbow, knocks down a 2-point bucket.
That's his first points of the game. 47-25. Collinsville leads. Into the corner. And a dribble drive. Nope. And a foul going to be called on Chase Reynolds. I thought that Schilling just tried to move his feet and fell down.
Well, he did, but he got hand-checked before he fell. And so it made Chase look guiltier than he was. Had the young
One
man,
of those?
Yeah. Had he not fallen, there would have been no foul, right?
Well, they mop up whatever helped him to fall because it sure wasn't Chase Reynolds. Out front for Schilling. Over here for Sanders. And top of the key, Carson. He'll try a little dipsy-doodle. I'll tell you what, man.
Dude.
The kid could probably close his eyes, shoot the ball backwards, and it'll go in.
I fell in love with that kid last year.
Yeah.
He's so much fun to watch play the game.
Yeah, he is. He is a bit of a pistol out there. I said that if Collinsville played Lincoln, it's going to be fun to see him and Tyree Brister go at it, but they haven't been on the floor very much together anyway.
Similar types of players, that's for sure.
Yeah, motors that won't stop.
I'd like to see them both in the backfield on a football field.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be real fun. Here's a big, long three-point try by Weisinger. No good. Carnahan tried to save it in the corner, and he did not, and it's going to go back to Lincoln.
Yeah, nice hustle by Stanley Carnahan. I mean, he's out there. He reminds me of Dennis Rodman, the way he used to play. You know,
Yeah.
If there's a ball bouncing around anywhere, Stanley's going after that basketball.
Hopefully Stanley will stay away from the face tattoos.
Yeah, right. And hanging out with North Korean leaders.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, Big Zach Chambers says not today, young
No.
man. Not in the paint anyway.
That's a big height difference there between Chambers and Carson. That's for sure.
It's like that movie Twins from
Yeah.
the 80s, right?
Yeah. Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Funny stuff. 20-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Carson. He'll get it over to Hayes, who gets it to Sanders. Sanders all the way back out front for Schilling. Top of the key for Komnick. Now to Carson. Carson on the left wing. Looking for a little room to drive. No room, so they'll kick it back outside once again. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Top of the key. Hayes, he'll launch a three-point shot. That rattles but won't fall. And Stanley Carnahan there with a rebound. Over to Reynolds, and Reynolds will get it back from Weisinger, and Weisinger will get it back, and he'll cross the timeline with a couple of seconds to spare. Into the corner it goes for Nick Horace. Horace back out front for Reynolds, and then to Weisinger. A little game of catch going on around the perimeter. We'll let them have a little fun.
Collinsville going to be content to use up a lot of the shot clock here in this, as this second half winds down here.
Into the paint for Carnahan. Underhand roll, won't get it to fall. And then Hayes pulls down the rebound. He'll get it up real quick to Komnick. Back out to Carson. Lincoln wants to bring in 3 new players at the next opportunity. Schilling from the free throw line. A little jumper, no good. Whistle on the play, and we'll have a foul handed out to the Jayhawks.
That'll stop the clock with 2:35 left in the third quarter. Collinsville up 20 points, 47-27, as Lincoln heads to the free throw line.
Foul called on Chase Reynolds. That's his second, team second here in this third quarter. At the free throw line, it is Trey Schilling. Schilling didn't get to go to the free throw line in that win over Belleville East. I can't believe they held Belleville East to 27 points in one contest.
Yeah, when I got here, I couldn't believe how low scoring it was. Back into the game for the Jayhawks, Mr. Evan Wilkinson, who's had a hot hand so far from beyond the arc.
I think his brother was pretty good at hitting those three-pointers too.
And he looks just like him.
Sure does.
It's like it was last year. It's like the same guys out there.
Yeah. Collinsville bringing it up across the line. Horace gets it across to the near side sideline to Weisinger. Back to the middle of the floor for Reynolds, and Reynolds deep out on the left wing. Him and Weisinger will play catch, and then they'll get Wilkinson involved, and now Horace outside of the paint. He'll take one in, and Collinsville extends that lead back out to 21, 49-28, 2:10 left to play here in quarter number 3. Here is Komnick. Komnick drives and does another underhand thing, and that was initially stopped. I think it was partially blocked by Zach Chambers, and then it rolled across the rim, and Collinsville comes away with another rebound.
Yeah, I think Zach blocked the first shot and not the second one. He just missed. At any rate, oh boy.
Weisinger for 3. He should have been sitting in the front row when he shot that one.
Weisinger from the Prairie Farm sign, ladies and gentlemen. Way downtown, bang.
Man, that's fun to watch. 1:35 left to play here in a very fast-moving game. This game's moving quick, that's for sure.
It certainly is, and I know tournament director Clay Smith's not mad about that.
Oh, no. Neither are the guys that's been up here announcing all day either.
Right.
Yeah. Into the corner it goes to Komnick. Out front, back around it goes for Brady Miller. Miller into the corner for Hayes for 3. That one's a little short. And the rebound, well, it probably was touched by 3 different Jayhawks before it finally found Jamori Weisinger. Weisinger slowly brings it across and gives it up to Reynolds, who gives it up to Horace. Horace, he'll launch a 3 from Weisinger distance, and that one's a little short. Jamori's like, here, let me show you how I do that. Hey, still managed to keep the ball. How about a 2-hand jam? Zach Chambers with authority.
Number 44 senior Zach Chambers brings down the house at the west end of Virgil Fletcher Gym, right in front of the student section, and they go crazy.
Yeah, they didn't like that at all, did they?
Oh, baby.
There is Hayes into the corner for Miller. Back out front now for Gowan. And then a dribble drive going on there by Gabe Smith, and get that out of here.
Mile.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what the whistle was for. Was that the whistle? Or did they call a foul?
They called a foul.
Called a foul on who?
From the opposite side of the court.
Yeah, it's going to go against Wilkinson.
That's NBA style right there.
Yeah, I guess so. At the free throw line, Gabe Smith, he went 3 for 3 from the free throw line in that win earlier today against Belleville East, and make it 4 for 4 now on the day.
Well, makes good on free throw number 1. Cuts the lead to 25.
And that one swoops out, and there is Zach Chambers with the rebound. Here's Reynolds. Back over to Nick Horace. Horace back over to Reynolds in front of the scorer's table. And back over to Horace. Horace will stand at midcourt. Shot clock's turned off, down to the final 15 seconds here in this third quarter. And over into the corner it goes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds, Jamori Weisinger, another one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
He was holding hands with Coach Lee.
Man, I tell you
that
what. Man, I've never seen anything like some of the stuff that he does. Anyway, end of the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after a timeout here on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, this place is still abuzz over the show that Jamori Weisinger is putting on. Hit one from the Prairie Farms logo on the near side, and then he's standing over there on Virgil Fletcher Gym name on the floor from the other side.
Yeah, he's unconscious right now, and I love the energy. I mean, people are just in disbelief. You know what, though? It puts a huge smile on everybody's face, and it's so much fun to watch. And I always say I love athletics because you can see humans do superhuman things. And Jamori Weisinger is absolutely doing that tonight here at Virgil Fletcher.
Granite City with a 1-point lead over Mundelein over in the Ox Gym as they get ready to start the fourth quarter, 40-39 in semifinal number 1 of the consolation bracket. At the free throw line once again, here is Gabe Smith. And Smith continues to hit his free throws. That's one thing that a lot of folks here haven't been able to figure out how to do.
Solomon Talbot into the game. Big number 42, the 6'11".
6'11", South or junior. Yeah.
Give Mr. Chambers a break, which I like.
Yeah.
Because we need, looks like.
Oh, I think, didn't Wilkinson get pushed? That's why the ball went offline like it did, because he got pushed.
Talbot definitely got pushed from the back. But when you've got a 6-foot guy pushing a 6'11" guy.
Sometimes they get missed.
Yes.
Yeah. In the shadows, so to speak. Here is
right.
Gowan. Gowan gets it outside for Schilling. No, excuse me, that's Komnick. Now over here into the corner for Horn. Blake Horn into the game for the first time. And now Lincoln going back to work, trying to figure out a way to solve this K-Hawk defense, and they have not been able to figure it out yet. Too many turnovers here for Lincoln. Collinsville trying to take advantage of another one. Get a 3-point shot here. We'll have running clock for the rest of this quarter.
I'll take it.
Here is Brister. Well, here's the guy to do it right here.
I say he's on the volleyball line. Watch him go.
You. Yeah, that's just where he hit one from earlier, and he tries it again. Oh, that was a little short. And the rebound comes all the way back out to where the shot came from and picked up by Lincoln. And now the Railers will bring it up one more time. Here is Horn. Horn kicks it outside, and a 3-point try the other way, no good. Collinsville gets the rebound. Here is Nick Horace, 6.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. On to the wing for Wilkinson. Off the glass for Talbot, but he misdirected that one, didn't get it up there high enough, and the rebound belongs to Lincoln. They'll bring it up once again. Here is Brady Miller. Miller loses the ball, but there is Horn to pick it up, and into the corner it goes for Komnick. Komnick gets it back out front. They took Carson out of the game for a little while, did Lincoln. And a bounce pass into the paint. Little fingertip roll won't fall. Brister, he's there with the rebound. Collinsville brings it out, brings it back up. Weisinger for 3 more, and that one's good. And there's your running clock.
Feed the man and watch him go, Todd. Jamori Weisinger continues to put on a show for the K-Hawk faithful here at Virgil Fletcher in semifinal action.
You are not kidding, man. I don't know how many three-pointers he has. I'll find out after the game's over, but that's a lot.
He's got 18 points, and I think
all of them 6.
I think they've all been three-pointers.
Yeah, I think you're right. So 6 3-pointers for Weisinger. Collinsville has a 30-point lead, and we'll have running clock for the rest of this quarter. Out to Brister. Top of the key now for Wilkinson. Back to Jamori. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, baby. Enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've got a player of the game.
The record is 10. I think that was number 8.
I think we've got a player
7.
of the game
Okay.
candidate on our hands.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit less time to try to break that record, though. And now Brister is going to be called for a foul as he kind of ran over Gowan.
Yeah, just got his hand on the body of Gallen. Couldn't get it out of the way.
With the clock continuing to roll, though, Jamori's probably may not have a chance to try to get closer to that record. He's 3 away from tying it.
Yeah, and actually, this really allows our guys to conserve energy.
Yeah,
right?
you're probably going to clear the bench here in a minute anyway. Here is Gowan at the free throw line, and he'll hit one. And Gowan went 1 for 2 from the charity stripe against Belleville East earlier. Another shot for Gowan, and that one's good as well. He'll get another one because that was a 3-point foul. Jace Wilkinson and A.J. Main check into the game for Collinsville.
Jamori Weisinger and Nick Horst get a standing ovation here at K-Hawk Stadium as they exit the game, and it's well-deserved.
7 3-pointers for Jamori Weisinger. He probably went 7 of 8. I only think he missed 1, maybe 2.
I think 2.
Yeah. That was world class. He was doing Steph Curry stuff there, wasn't he?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. They weren't just 3-pointers, right? I mean, he was dropping bombs from all over this gymnasium.
Man, I think he hit one from State Park. Top of the key for Jace Wilkinson. There is Brister. Into the corner now for Main. A.J. Main back out to Brister. Brister over to Jace Wilkinson. Jace and Evan are both into the game. Not brothers. Jace over to Brister. And Brister, no-look pass into Talbot. And the shot clock winding down. Almost a 3-pointer there from Wilkinson, who already has a couple himself tonight.
Yeah, and Tyree Brister in there almost picked the pocket of the rail splitter guard, but the ball went out on Brister, so here comes Lincoln.
Well, looking like everybody's going to get their wish. Everybody I've been talking to for a week leading up to this Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament was hoping for a Quincy-Collinsville final, and it looks like they're going to get it. That's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night.
Barring a power outage here in the next 2:54, I think we're good to go.
Yeah, pretty much. There is Brister. Brister takes it over toward the scorer's table, heads back the other way, and then an intentional foul there on, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess they fouled for a substitution. I can't imagine they're going to try to get us into a bonus situation.
I wouldn't think so.
There's just no shot.
Kenai Carson, the 6'1" senior, committed that one. And underneath for Talbot. There he goes. That's what he needed to do the last time, and he just didn't get it high enough on that glass.
There we go. Big Saul, 42, getting himself into the scorekeeper's book.
65-36, Collinsville with a commanding lead here and a really fine job here in this semifinal. They really have done nothing wrong. Into the corner, 3-point try there for Lincoln, and that one hits the home for Brady Miller. And now Collinsville will go back to work in the final 2 minutes here of this contest.
Lincoln should have been playing with these guys all along.
Yeah. Here is Solomon, and he'll get fouled as he tries to go up. And big Solomon Talbot will go to the free throw line. He's so tall, he could probably just reach out and fingertip roll that thing in there.
You would think so, man. But that's a lot of body to control.
Sure is. He was raw when he came into Collinsville as a basketball player, but he's rounding out pretty well.
Oh, man. I know that Big Andy Horace has put thousands of hours of effort into Solomon since about 3rd grade. And credit the kid for working hard, because, like I said, that's tough. You've got that much body to try to figure out and to control. But he's done a great job, and he's given us some great minutes this year.
Yeah. Missed on the second one after making the first one. We're down to the final minute here in this semifinal. It'll be Collinsville and Quincy tomorrow night at 7:30, and that will put Lincoln into the 3rd place game against O'Fallon. That'll be just before the championship game, the 6 o'clock start for that 3rd place game. Into the paint it goes, and a little jumper there by Blake Horn. That'll get the Railers up to 41 points at least. I believe that is one more point than they scored against Belleville East. But for Collinsville, the K-Hawks jumped out to a big lead early, and they never looked back. Lincoln did have a lead early in the game. Wrong one. I already threw it away. Never mind.
Yeah, K-Hawks are just too much.
Solomon Talbot at the free throw line. That's pretty much where the game is going to end. He'll get one more shot, and there might be a couple of seconds left after that, but not much. Another free throw, and that one doesn't fall. 3 seconds left. Lincoln will just bounce the ball out. Game over. 67-41 in favor of Collinsville. And tell you what there, Dr. McCluskey, tomorrow night at 7:30 is going to be a blast.
I'll tell you what, I was just getting ready to say, today's been a ton of fun. And can't wait for tomorrow night. I intentionally did not go to Mizzou's bowl game down in Texas because it's on the same night as tomorrow night. And, boy, I'm sure glad I made that decision.
Well, Matt Clark is going down there. That's why this is going to be his last game coming up. He has the next game with the venerable Stephen Stock over here from Belleville East. as the Belleville East Lancers tangle it up with the Triad Knights in the other 5th place semifinal. Thank you very much, Doc. We'll see you tomorrow night, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey. I am Todd Duke. We'll shut everything down here once again, and when we come back, we'll have our final game of the night here in day number 2, Lincoln and Triad in the second 5th place semifinal game. That's what we have coming up next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.